Hey, good morning, everybody. Alan Tyson here. Hey, you're gonna have to excuse me a little bit. I'm a little bit post-ictal. Just had a seizure. It was about 5:40 in the morning. I have had 2 seizures so far. Sylvia's cat's woken me up again. Excuse me. Yeah, I guess, one thing I wanted to talk about today was, one thing you should never do to epileptics, because it's a little bit rude, and it's gonna make you uncomfortable, is, you really shouldn't ask us what it feels like to have a seizure, because hopefully you really never have to find out. I get it all the time. I get people who are like, "But Alan, what is it like to have a seizure? What does it feel like?" And when I tell them, it's a little bit of a freak out / pity party, and I just don't really like it. I think it's interesting because a lot of people, they do it out of general curiosity, and they want to get to know you and better understand your condition, and I understand all that, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. Really, where it bothers me is, when I do tell them is, well, my face starts to tingle, and then I stop breathing, and, I shake for a little bit, do my Magikarp, impersonation. They get really upset. They actually tend to get a little bit worried, and I don't know. I just don't think screaming at your local epileptic, "Oh my God, is that gonna happen right now?" And I always respond, "No, but if you keep yelling at me, it will, because this is stress related." But, I guess, for shits and giggles, I can give you guys a small rundown of what it's like to have a seizure. Excuse me, I'm shaking. It's cold in Gainesville, Florida. Cold for Gainesville, Florida. So, like I said before, when I do have a seizure, the first thing that happens is, my aura. And for those of you who don't know what an aura is, it is, some people who have epilepsy, they can feel when they're about to have a seizure. Their body gives them a trigger. And mine is, my lips start to tingle. My lips and my face start to tingle a little bit. And, so that's the first thing that happens. The second thing that happens is my hands start to go. For some reason, it makes me feel better if my hands are moving. Sometimes if they're punching, and that's very dangerous for my partner, Sylvia. We have a joke that she's in a, excuse me. Sorry about that. Seizure face. And it goes something like that. I make funny faces. I start breathing heavily, grunting. I don't usually fall over. I've been very lucky in having people who are around if I do have one of those seizures. The next thing that happens is, let's see, tingly face, breathing heavily, start going. The next thing that starts happening is I start to drool a lot. And really that's because my tongue is so swollen. It doesn't really know, my mouth doesn't really know what to do, so drool everywhere. That's a fun part of it. And then the last thing that happens is I'll shake my head a little bit. I'll shake my head and snap out of it. And then comes the postictal stage, which is really the worst part of it for me. Being postictal is messed up, in my opinion, because I think it's a different Alan coming out to play. And it very much is kind of like that. I won't remember everything that goes on when I am postictal. I won't even remember what I say to you 9 times out of 10. So if you want to play lie detector, that's a fun time to do it, because I will be very honest about the answers that I give you. I think one time I told Sylvia that her sleep shirt looks like a muumuu, and that wasn't very nice. Posticula Alan got normal Alan into trouble that day. But then, I'm postictal for about 5 to 10 minutes, hopefully not longer, and then I come out of it, and it's almost as if nothing has happened except for I am exhausted. I feel like I've ran a marathon, and I'm ready for a nap. That's the other part that happens. Anyway, so for today's seizure log, I had 3 seizures last night and 2 seizures this morning so far. Well, 3 if we count the one during this video. It's getting better. The seizure activity has become a little less intense and a little less frequent. And let's hope that it continues on that trend. And I hope all of you have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning with more updates.